I can't stop building cozy spaces in Paralives. I'm just shy of 100 hours now, and yes, I'm lucky enough to be a day one player. I'm still waiting for my official badge in the mail. But seriously, this game has been scratching that itch in my brain for beautiful but functional gameplay. The customization, the layering, it's incredible. As someone who can't even commit to a paint color in my own house, having the freedom to build and style things however I want has been so freeing. No grinding, no limits, just whatever my brain decides it wants that day. And today, my brain wanted to build a cozy little cottage that looks simple at first glance, but is packed with custom details. Between the oversized chimney, my favorite reading nook I've built so far, and more blankets and pillows than any house probably needs, this one quickly became one of my favorite builds. I already had a pretty clear vision for the shell. I knew I wanted a front patio, a balcony, and a chimney. I'm also still fairly new to building games like this, so roofing still kind of freaks me out. I wanted something that felt approachable but still looked interesting, and I think having the roof at a few different heights really helped to achieve that. When I first placed the chimney though, something just felt off. It looked way too small, so I had the idea to make it bigger, and thanks to Paralives customization tools, I was able to pull it off. Of course, the second I finished it, my brain immediately started filling with ideas for all the cozy little nooks I could build into it. Before heading inside, I decided to tackle the landscaping. I wanted to play around with the outdoor tools first, and I'm pretty sure at this point I still haven't even discovered all the plants and decorations the game has to offer. Once that part was done, it was finally time for my favorite part, the kitchen. I've always loved the look of a stove alcove. There's something so charming and rustic about it, and it's absolutely a dream feature I'd love to have in a real house someday. The oversized chimney gave me the perfect excuse to build one, and the rest of the kitchen just grew naturally around it. I won't lie, I really do love the customization in this game. The advanced placement tool and I are basically besties at this point when it decides to cooperate. Unfortunately, the dining room really fought me on some things. I lost a lot of footage because objects kept disappearing or acting kind of weird, so I wasn't able to capture everything the way I wanted. I eventually got it all sorted out though. Next, I moved on to the entryway. I always love when a house has a proper landing spot as soon as you walk in. Somewhere to kick off your shoes, toss your bag, and just have that little transition space between outside and home. From there, I started working on the living room. I completely fell in love with this oversized window, so I decided to make that the focal point and let everything else fall into place around it. Okay, this right here is my new obsession. Using the corner laundry hamper to create a little storage basket is literally everything to me right now. Then layering blankets and pillows on top, I can't. It's too perfect. It's so ridiculously cozy, and honestly, everything I've ever wanted from a decorating game. This is peak gaming for me, okay? If you get it, you get it. Just let me pile blankets and pillows on top of every available surface. And if they ever add ruffles, y'all might have to restrain me permanently. Before moving upstairs, I had realized I forgot about the backyard. It didn't need to be anything huge, I just wanted it to feel like a quiet little place where you'd actually want to spend an afternoon. I added a small patio, a pergola, some tables and chairs, and then tucked a custom little duck pond off to the side. It's such a tiny detail, but it makes the whole space feel a little more alive. I can already picture someone sitting outside with a cup of tea, watching the ducks. Moving upstairs, I knew I needed a computer area, but not a full-blown office. This little landing that leads out to the balcony ended up being the perfect spot. Laundry isn't functional yet, but I still couldn't resist making a tiny laundry room. It just felt like the perfect use of this space, and honestly, I think it's so adorable. Right next to that, I tucked in a small but cozy bathroom. And finally, my favorite little surprise. Ever since I made the chimney bigger, I couldn't stop thinking about turning part of it into a little reading nook. The second it started coming together, I could already picture someone curling up there with a blanket, a good book, maybe a cup of tea while it rained outside. Those little details are honestly my favorite part of decorating. Next up was the primary bedroom. One of my favorite things about decorating in Paralives is how easy it is to fill even a small space with lots of little details. This room isn't huge, but it still feels like it has so much personality. The shelves above the bed feel collected over time, the dresser feels lived in, and my favorite little detail has to be the top of the wardrobe. I know I've said it before, but adding pillows and blankets to everything just makes a space feel so much homier. The last room I decorated was the nursery. I wanted it to feel soft and neutral while still fitting with the rest of the house. I also have to say Paralives has some seriously adorable kids clutter. It was way too easy to get carried away decorating with these little things. Making houses that are both functional yet cozy is probably my favorite part of this game. I love creating spaces that feel like someone could actually live in them. Little details that make a house feel warm, comfortable, and love. I can't wait to move my parrot into this little cottage and watch it become a home. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay cozy.